I don't like being right about what's coming in a second Trump administration, but stay to the end. It's super important and you can help. Now, a few weeks ago, a Missouri Republican introduced a bill to put bounties on the heads of undocumented migrants. And I said that they would take that nationally, that they would have hotlines so that citizens could call and rat people out. Now, this country has a history of mass deportations, Mexican repatriation and Operation Slur. I'm not going to say the word. And I've talked about it on this page before and used them as reference points to tell us what will happen if these mass deportations take place once again. And one of the things that makes those two so horrific is that between 40 to 60% of those who were deported were actually citizens. The vast majority of them were children. Why did that happen? Because they did not rely on the federal government for these deportations. They relied on local and state governments, and most importantly, citizens. And Tom Homan, the xenophobic zit in America's ass crack, has just affirmed that they do intend to set up hotlines to make Americans a part of the solution. Why? Because he knows that they lack manpower and funding to do anything close to a mass deportation on the scale that Donald Trump wants them to do. Tom Homan said that we need to take care of the American people. Unfortunately for this wart of a man, there are 16 million American citizens who have one or more member of their family who is undocumented, be it a spouse, a parent, a child, whatever. 5.9 million of that number are actually children. Now, if the goal was to actually help the American people and by extension the American economy, you would create pathways to citizenship. You would create faster and cheaper ways to access green cards and work visas because you would want to make more taxpayers pay into the system, even though the undocumented already pay $96 billion per year. But that's not the goal and never has been the goal. The goal has always been to make this country more this shade than brown. There are a ton of people who are fixing to suffer under the next 4 years of this administration, and we are fixing to lose access to TikTok, which is the most powerful tool we have in our tool belt to communicate with each other and let each other know what is really happening. Which brings me to these. Now, all of these are my design, and every single dollar we make in profit will be going to the National Immigrant Justice Center. So far, we have tumblers like Keep the Migrants, Deport the Racist. This one I like just for the simple snark. And just in case you couldn't see that picture clear enough, Zero Tolerance Family Separation Policy. We've also got snarky little hat, Keep the Migrants, Deport the Racist, and the back is just absolutely beautiful. And then of course the zip up hoodie, Keep the Migrants, Deport the Racist. The back is just as beautiful. If you'd like to help, this is where you can find it, or just donate directly to them. And I will post receipts of donations.